Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making the Savory turkey burger. This is actually one of my favorite recipes to make, so if you're excited to learn how I make my turkey burger, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, and let's get started. So as you can see here, I'm starting to slice up some of my onion. I wanted to use onion in this particularly because it helps with the flavor. And I tend to use onion in quite a bit of my recipes, especially when I'm making burgers. So I wanted to give this a little bit of a kick. So I said, you know what, let me just go ahead and add a little bit of onion. And you'll see some of the other things that I add to it a little bit later, just to kind of help provide like great flavor and a great kick. So that way it's not such a bland burger. After I cut up my onions, I decided to go ahead and use the red and green peppers. So that way my burger can have a little extra oomph to it. So here you'll see me dicing them up, and I'm getting turkey that I'm using, the ground turkey from Butterball. This is the 85% lean ground turkey, which I typically get whenever I'm not dieting. And when I am dieting, I'll go with the 93% lean ground turkey. I usually always get Butterball, so if you see any of my future recipe videos, I'm always going to have that brand because that's just like my favorite brand ever in life. The funny thing is, looking at this turkey, it doesn't really look like a whole lot, but this is actually like a family pack. So I found myself having to cut the ground turkey in half just to make the burgers, and it was roughly about 4 to 6 servings because the burgers I made were pretty thick. I don't really like thin burgers.
I'm not gonna get home.
Here I'm just using a couple of eggs to put into my mixture just to make sure that the burgers are nice and consistent and they stick together. And so I'm gonna go ahead and throw these eggs in there, and I'm gonna season the mixture up a little bit. So I'm gonna start off with just a little bit of the lemon pepper that you see here. This is usually a staple in my recipes when I'm not dieting. I feel like I always have to say that when I'm not dieting. I do believe in layering my seasonings, so I'll usually start off with that pretty heavy and then move on. Next we have the black pepper. I feel like this really adds just an extra kick, like a little bit more of a spice. I don't put too much, but because this was a large amount of ground turkey, I felt like I had to put a little bit more than usual. We have a little bit of minced onion here that I'm gonna add, which is so funny because when I added this, I actually forgot that I'd already diced up some onion. I don't know, I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. Please don't judge me. I like my onion, I love my flavors. So I just had to layer that up. And last but not least, I'm gonna add some of this liquid smoke. You guys, this liquid smoke is everything. I pretty much add this on all of my burgers, BBQs, whatever the situation may be, because it's sweet and it's smoky. And what recipe would be complete without the Creole seasoning? I do not know how to pronounce this guy's name, so I'm not even gonna try because I'm definitely gonna butcher it, but I will say I got this baby from Costco. So here I am just mixing everything up. I just want to make sure I get all of the onions, the peppers, the seasonings, the eggs. I just want to mix everything up together and mix it up very, very well. I definitely believe in there being consistency throughout the burger. I want everyone to taste everything of the same kind. I want everyone to have the same experience when they are eating this burger. So I definitely make sure that I do not skimp when it comes to mixing. I do not play no games out here in these streets. even though I do not have an electric mixer, I do have a couple of hands, and I like to be able to use them in order to be able to mix everything and just make sure that everything is pretty close to perfect whenever I'm making my burgers.
Now I'm not gonna get home.
I'm going to turn my heat on medium high, and I'm going to use Crisco's organic coconut oil. I like to go back and forth between this oil and the olive oil as well. So when I'm not using that, this is really good as a backup. So I'm going to go ahead and let that get heated up, and while that's heating, I'm going to grab my mixture. I actually stuck this in the fridge for a little bit off camera because it wasn't time for it to go on the fire just yet. So now that we've got it, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start to shape our burgers and get it ready for the fire.
I'm in trouble. I'm so
Like I stated previously, I do not make thin burgers. I do not like thin burgers. I like them nice and thick. So you will see here that I'm actually using a spoon in order to help me get out the correct amount that I need for each burger. I pretty much count how many tablespoons that I combine into each patty and then pat it up and round it out from there. And as you can probably see there in the wee bit of the corner, I do have some parchment paper that I use to kind of help me separate the burgers. That way the burgers don't wind up sticking to one another and it winds up being a big headache before we even get on the stove. All right, so these puppies are finally ready for the fire. So you can see I am going ahead and putting all of my patties into the skillet now. I just want to make sure that they all get on right around the same time so that way they can cook evenly, cook together, and all be ready at the same time. The fire is still set to medium-high heat, and I may lower that a little bit later. It just sort of depends on how the burger is looking. I don't know about you guys, but I like my burger just slightly charred, and they were definitely that. I have really been in the mood lately for some waffle cut sweet potato fries, and my sweet husband was so kind to go to Publix and go grab these for us. I felt like you really cannot go wrong with waffle cut sweet potato fries or sweet potato tater tots. I think that they just really make the meal in terms of like the side. It really just completes it. And so I was like, you know what? We got to have this. And Publix has been having a really great sale on these lately with the buy one, get one free. So I have been taking full advantage of that. So I'm getting ready to pop these guys into the oven now. All right, and we're heading back and taking a look at our wonderfully charred burgers. But these are actually looking pretty good. So we're just flipping everything around, just making sure that everything is browning evenly. And yeah, so far so good. And we're just gonna go ahead and flip these suckers and just let them do what they do.
I'm not gonna get home.
Now we're going to move on to our vegetables so that way we can get them ready for our burgers. So here I'm washing some tomatoes and just dicing them up, just getting them ready because I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to a good, healthy turkey burger, I really like to build it up. I don't like to have just like, you know, like mustard or mayo and the patty. Oh, no. We like to have everything. So you'll see here that I like to have my vegetables complete. I like to have my tomatoes. Sometimes I'll do a little lettuce or I might change it out for some spinach. You know, whatever I can do to sort of class it up a bit. Yes, cheese. I love a good slice of American cheese on my turkey burger. So I'm just adding a little bit of cheese to all of the burgers because I want them to be flavorful. And even though they're healthy, we can still play around a little bit with some of the ingredients. So here I am building up my burger, you guys. So I'm adding all the extras on there so that way we can have a nice, beautiful, well put together burger. I'm adding all of my stuff on there, my patty, my spinach, my tomatoes, things like that. I like to add a little extra, a few condiments too if I'm feeling froggy. Might do a little ketchup, mustard, maybe a little mayo or something every now and again. And finally, my sweet potato fries are done baking, so I'm just adding that to the plate. I'm plating everything now, getting ready to serve the family. And so this is basically what it is. So this is our savory turkey burger with sweet potato fries, and it is absolutely delicious. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you found any value at all, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to like this video. Feel free to comment below. And if you want to go ahead and share this recipe, I won't blame you at all because this is really delicious. I hope you guys give it a try. And if you do, leave me a comment below and let me know. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.